Okay, so there's definitely multiple guitars, but this is an interpretation of one of them. What I kind of hear most in that acoustic guitar part. But there are other parts, including like capoing at the 5th fret and then playing the whole thing like in C. But I'll just show you this, and then you can let me know what else you'd like to know. Okay, so first this chord, F major 7. Now I'm doing this crazy version with my thumb. If you don't want to do that, you can do this. First finger, 1st fret of the B string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the G string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the A string, and pinky 3rd fret of the D string, and then strum everything except the low E. Make sure you get that open high E. So this is an F major 7 chord. If you can, loop your thumb around to play the 1st fret on the low E. And then you get, okay. I'm playing the whole thing with my fingers. You could play it with a pick. And I was sort of, you know, some of it I was doing with my index to get that kind of picky sound, like, and then, you know, other times with my thumb or some combination. You can mess around with different ways to strum it. Okay, so the first thing the guitar does is 2 bars of strumming this F major 7, like. So yeah, strumming pattern wise, it's like, it's slow. 1, 2, if you're somebody who wants like a pattern to follow, maybe try like down, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. But otherwise, just try to get into the feel. Okay, that happens for 2 bars. Then the guitar totally drops out, and there's just the piano. I kept playing so that it wouldn't be silence. But this is the verse progression, which happens 3 times. And it's the same every time. So you have this F major 7, and then it's going to go to D7. I played it like this. This sounds right to me. So this is like, it's like a C7 moved up 2 frets. It's like 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the B, 2nd finger on 4th fret of the D, 3rd finger on 5th fret of the A, and pinky on 5th fret of the G. Don't play the low E. You can kind of let the high E, you know, sneak in there. You can kind of hear it sometimes. And you can kind of, you know, sometimes the verse is like super quiet and you can sort of pick, you can strum. Anyway, so you get for this F major 7, 2, 3, 4, and then D7, 2, 3. Okay, so then it's like a B. It's like a B sus2. Purple Rain chord. So barring, 1st finger barring the 1st fret on everything except the low E, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the D, and pinky on 3rd fret of the G. Right? And then you strum everything. This is not an easy one to hold down. Now, the other thing that I played a lot, and so you could just play this, right? There's a little move that the guitar does. It's like, or in the verse, that's more in the chorus. In the verse, it sometimes does this like. So it's like, you can't do that with the 1st finger down here. You have to move it up to the B string and the E string. So keep your 3rd and 4th on the D and the G. My 1st finger, it's playing the 1st fret on the B, and then I lay it down, turn it into a bar with the high E. That's that little trick. Otherwise, you can just strum the chord, but if you want to do that. And then just a C. 1, 2, and then it repeats that. F major 7, D7, B flat sus2, C. I did that little funny trick in the 2nd verse where it goes. Open E, and then 4th fret on the B, 3rd fret on the B, 2nd fret on the B, 1st fret on the B. Right? Okay, so that's the verse, and that happens 3 times. And then there's the chorus. So the chorus starts back on this B flat sus2. The little thing that I started to talk about is I was kind of playing this like, so like I'm sort of picking through A, D, and then I'm moving my first finger from the A to the B so that I can strum the D, the G, and the B. And then I want this open E and then first fret on the E. You can play around with that. Open E, first fret on the B, and the first finger is barring that first fret on the B and the E. Right? Now again, you could also just, you know, right where I left you, right? But you're right where I left you. Okay, and now C, and then there's a little riff on C, which is, so you play a C chord, and then second finger, which is here on the second fret of the D, picks up in order to, and then you want to pluck it with this hand, and then pluck the open string, and then hammer on the second finger on the second fret. So I'm like this, and then I'm like, and then I can play the open G. So I'm like, right? So that's your little riff. So together that stuff sounds like this. There will be a tab of all of this at my Patreon, if the tab helps. Okay, so that basically that then repeats 3 times, and after 3 times you go to this chord, another beautiful chord. First finger barring the first fret on the B and the E, pinky playing the third fret on the G, and third finger playing the third fret on the low E. The third finger is going to lean over and mute the A string. I don't want the A string. I'm fine with the open D, and then I want all that. So this is the chord. You can just play the whole chord. Again, there's an option to do a little hammer on of the high E. It's not that easy, these little hammer-ons. I'm showing them to you, but don't feel bad if you can't do them. See, I'm sort of doing a little picking up, like E, D, and then strumming the rest. And that chord goes for 2 bars. The chorus happens 4 times. The third time is instrumental. And I kind of put, I don't think it's the same guitar part, but I put this chord in there like, I think that comes from another guitar that's playing up here. But I just did it to mix it up if you wanted to do that too. So this is in place of the regular B flat sus2. This is like a B flat major 7, where my first finger's on the 5th fret of the high E, my third finger is on the 6th fret of the B, my pinky is on the 7th fret of the G, and my second finger is on the 6th fret of the low E. I'm not playing the A string, my second finger's kind of leaning over to mute it, and then I strum everything. I did that in the instrumental chorus. All right, like I said, there'll be a whole tab available at my Patreon, and let me know as usual if you have any questions or comments or suggestions or requests. And thank you so much for watching.